About a year ago, the Akko 60 made its debut all over YouTube. It was praised for its availability, build quality, and sound quality for the meager price of $130. And despite it being released so long ago, it's still praised by many, including myself, as one of the best value keyboards. Although it is undoubtedly one of the best sounding keyboards in its price bracket, especially because it does not require foam to sound good. It is flawed in build quality because it's made of cast instead of CNC aluminum, which results in a less than stellar finish. Then, out of nowhere, a sister company to Akko called Monsgeek released a beautiful 75% gasket mounted CNC'd aluminum keyboard kit that costs only $99. This is the Monsgeek M1. Included with the board is a rubber coiled cable, some clear screw-in stabs, extra screws with an Allen key, a tape mod sticker, and a manual. Here we have the board. My unit is silver, which looks phenomenal. Of course, the anodized finish of the case is not quite as perfect as some more premium boards, but for $99 it's truly baffling. The case also has these recessed copper colored accent pieces on the sides, which are a nice addition to what is otherwise a pretty plain design. Upon opening up the board, we can see that it uses a daughter board and JST connector, which is really nice to see considering this is a gasket mounted design. It comes with some very high quality foams, and here is the PCB. It's hot swappable with south facing LEDs, meaning you can use cherry profile keycaps with no interference. And it has no flex cuts, which I'm happy to see. Generally, flex cuts produce a thinner sound, so it's cool to see Monsgeek deviate from the current trend. There's also a pre-cut PE foam sheet and a polycarbonate plate with some silicone gaskets. Alright, with all of that out of the way, here's how I built it. First, I lubed the stabs with 205G0 and installed them with a bit of magic, since stabs are really boring. I used the PE foam sheet and the plate foam for this build, and I threw on the polycarbonate plate. I didn't end up using screws for the PCB and plate assembly, instead opting to use switches to hold it together. The switches I used are Akko white wine tactile switches, which according to their website are hand lubed with 205G0 on the housings and 105 on the springs. They are super smooth and consistent across all of the switches, and considering they only cost $17 for 45 switches, they're an absolute no-brainer for those who don't want to take the time to lube them. Finally, I topped this build off with Akko's cool gray keycaps. They're cherry profile double shot PVT keycaps, and they're ridiculously good for only $35. They're nice and thick, and the printing is super crisp. With that being said, let's hear how this board sounds. Wow, it sounds absolutely incredible. It has a super poppy sound profile with a slight marbled undertone from the PE foam. The switches are super smooth with a light to medium sized bump, and they sound so good. In terms of feel, this board is not super bouncy, and I'm actually okay with that. Recently, lots of people have been pushing for softer gaskets and more flex cuts, which do make the board feel softer while typing, but they take away from the sound. The keycaps are really nice with crisp legends and a smooth texture. I've seen keycaps with twice this amount with more inconsistent printing than the set, so if you like the colors, then this is definitely one of my top recommendations. So what do I think about this board? I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best value keyboard I've ever reviewed. For $99, you get a beautiful keyboard kit with all the features you would expect on a much more expensive board. With the switches and keycaps, this build comes out to a grand total of only $170. To put this price into perspective, just a year ago, people praised the GMMK Pro for its great value, and the kit by itself was $180. In my opinion, if you're just getting into this hobby, this is the best keyboard you could start out with. Even if you have some budget boards like a KBD67 Lite or a Tofu, this is still a considerable upgrade. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and thank you Akko for sending these parts out. See you guys later. Bye!